streaming started?
Yeah, it started.
Yeah, great. So namaskar and warm greetings to one and all. I, Divya Bhanot, on the behalf of Ramanujan College, welcome you all to the valedictory session of the 2 weeks online refresher course in psychology, organized by the Center for Psychosocial Resource Development and Training in association with Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujan College, under the aegis of Ministry of Education, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, National Mission on Teachers and Teaching. It has been an enriching journey indeed. We had the fortunate privilege of listening and learning from the very learned scholars of the country. And all our enthusiastic participants have added more life to each and every single lecture by engaging in exchange of thought when we look back and cherish what all we have traversed through and achieved in these 15 days. Now I invite Ms. Omisha Sangeet to present to us a comprehensive highlight of the 2 weeks journey. Over to you, Omisha.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good afternoon to everyone. I will just take a second to share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes.
Thank you. So once again, a very good afternoon to one and all present here. I will be hereby sharing the report of the program, which is like recapitulation of our journey throughout the course. It was a 2-week online refresher course in psychology organized by the Center of Psychosocial Resource Development and Training in association with Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujan College, under the aegis of Ministry of Education, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching. So I would like to start with a quote by John Dewey. Education is not preparation for life, rather education is the life itself. With this passion and commitment, we started our journey of this refresher course, which commenced on 12th April 2021. Day 1 of the program was the inaugural ceremony where we all were privileged to have Professor P.C. Joshi, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, University of Delhi, as the chief guest, Professor Girishwar Mishra and Professor Anand Prakash as guest of honor, and respected Principal Sir Professor S.P. Agarwal, Principal, Ramanujan College. Day 1 of the program was the inaugural ceremony, like I mentioned. On day 2, we had our very first session with Professor Ajay Pratap Singh, and then followed by other sessions that we had on day 3 and so on, bringing us to day 14, where participants were provided with the time for completion of the pending assignments, and the final quiz was held. And finally, day 15, which is today, which brings us to this day of valedictory session. So we were throughout this course of 15 days of our refresher course, we were guided by esteemed speakers like Professor Girishwar Mishra, Professor Anand Prakash, Professor Ramadar Singh, Professor Damodar Suwar, Professor S.P.K. Jena, Professor Purnima Singh, Professor Nandita Babu, Professor Narayanan Srinivasan, Professor Kumar Ravi, Professor Shilpa Ashok Pandit, Professor Arvind Kumar Mishra, Professor Vidya Udurti, Professor Romana Siddiqui, Professor Nandita Chaudhary, Professor Ajay Pratap Singh, and Professor Naveen Kumar. With that, I present you the topics that we explored during this course of refresher program. So the topics that we covered throughout the course were contemporary and future research direction in organization behavior, grounded theory method, Indian psychology, critical psychology, its scope and significance, controversies around null hypothesis significance testing, applied behavior analysis of stereotyped and self-injurious behaviors, media psychology, personality psychology, how to write a publishable quantitative manuscript, cognitive psychology, childhood issues and concerns by developmental psychology in contemporary times, towards contextuality relevant social psychology, psychology in India, some emerging perspective, research ethics, discourse analysis, emerging trends in behavioral cardiology, contribution of psychology to environmental challenges, what, why, and how of research, challenges ahead, and psychosocial interventions for gender-based violence. This is the 4-quadrant approach that we tried to follow during this course. We had e-tutorials, webinar format, PowerPoint presentations. We had e-content, so suggested case studies were there, articles and book references were suggested during this course. Self-assessment like MCQ quizzes and assignments that you all performed, the participants performed, online feedback, discussion forums and FAQs, and web resources where there were recommended readings and related links provided by the resource persons. Here, I would like to point out some key highlights of the program. So the program began with inaugural ceremony. We had interactive sessions. And then lastly, we are having this valedictory ceremony at the end. The sessions were tried to made interactive by the resource person, and resource person talked over a range of topics on Zoom and YouTube. The participants were not only connected via Zoom or YouTube, but also on Telegram and MOOCs platform to address any queries and keep them updated. Telegram and MOOCs platform was also used. Moving forward with the highlights, we have 36 hours of sessions. Almost 3,000 quizzes were submitted by the participants. 2,500 assignments were submitted. 7,500 feedback responses we received. We had 16 expert speakers throughout the course. 340 participants were registered and 22 diverse topics were covered. So here I would like to highlight the unique features of this refresher course, which you can also say are the strengths of this program. So the program was individual based. It was flexible, versatile, convenient, and adaptable. Participants could watch the videos at any point, anytime, anywhere, as per their convenience. Coming on to the audience had geographical reach because we had participants from all over the country. So there was a diversity in participants. It was relatively inexpensive because there were reductions in the extra cost for diverse fields of the learning. Here, under one platform, we got a chance to learn about so many different topics in the psychology itself from different speakers in just one platform. Moving forward, it was self-monitoring. So there were quizzes and assignments to be able to check the progress of the participants' learning. There was a community building component. We had discussion forums and FAQs so that participants could have peer-to-peer discussions among themselves. And of course, it was technologically integrated. There was inclusion of technological tools, so many of them, including Zoom, YouTube Live, Telegram, and Notes. So here I would like to present and share the feedback based on the overall feedback you all shared with us. So these are the results of what participants had to say in the overall feedback. So in the functioning of the learning management system, that is PSRC MOOCs, as you can see, 100% of the participants responded excellent or good. For the user friendliness of the interface, 99.1% of the participants responded excellent or good, and remaining 0.9% said fair. Moving forward, timely resolution of the queries through mails and other platforms, 97% of participants responded either very satisfied or satisfied. Remaining 3% responded neutral. The average hours per day spent on the program by the participant. So as you can see, 49.2% of the participants shared that they spent 4 to 5 hours on the program. 21.2% shared they spent more than 5 hours, and remaining 29.7% said that they spent 3 to 4 hours. The rating of the sessions that we gathered, as you can see, 100% of the participants responded excellent or good to the sessions. Preference for more sessions in the program, as expected, 61.6%, that is majority of the participants responded yes. Others, 21.5% responded maybe, and remaining 16.9% responded no. Talking about the quality of the resource person. So as you can see, 100% of the participants responded either excellent or good on the quality of the resource person. The overall content quality of the program, again, 100% of the participants responded either excellent or good. Overall knowledge addition to the topics covered. So majority of the participants, that is 97.5%, responded either excellent or good. Remaining 2.5% responded fair. Recommendation to your colleagues and friends to join the future programs. 99.2% of participants responded yes, and remaining 0.8% maybe. So there were no responses in the recommendation. And lastly, I would like to share some of the verbatims that we gathered from you all participants in the form of the feedback, the comments. So these were some of the verbatims. Need such program in future, keep it going in the future. It is a really good program with well-planned assessment system. Excellent organizing team. Thank you very much. Wonderfully organized, very good program. So all these things are some of the comments that we got from the participants. With that, I would like to conclude the report, and a very big thank you to all of you.
Thank you so much, Umisha, for the wonderful debriefing. The motivation, energy, inspiration, and one of the biggest supports in the effective and a smoother unfolding of this 2 weeks course has been none other than our patron and the director of Teaching Learning Center, Professor S.P. Agarwal. With immense gratitude, I now invite Professor S.P. Agarwal, the chief guest for the day, to take over the platform and may kindly share his teachings, wisdom, and reflections with all of us. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you. Good afternoon, and once again, welcome to all the team members and the participants to this valedictory session. Just now, Amisha presented the report, and I was also hearing the participants. Well, first of all, let me congratulate the whole team doing a wonderful job on this, refresher come FDP on psychology, because you have covered different aspects of psychology. Well, uh, today, though I'm part of this institution, my colleague asked me to be the chief guest. I'm really overwhelmed, but I am one of you. So Dr. Tiwari, Dr. Ashwani, Divyaji, Umisha, and other colleagues who are present today, and the participants. Once again, welcome to this valedictory function. And the way the program has been designed and it has gone, the way report is presented and way you shared your experiences is really, really amazing. Well, friends, psychology is very dear to my heart. What I feel is that every teacher and every student must know about little bit about the psychology, because that is an important part of our learning, not only learning, but important part of our way of life, because everything involves psychology. Today we are undergoing through a COVID-19 situation. 1 year has passed, another 1 year will pass, let me tell you. So we are all undergoing through various kind of stresses and psychological issues. Not only young minds, our old friends, our young friends, people like us, people like our young teachers, everybody is under stress. And you can think of the people who has who is tested positive, and how they have undergone in the last 1 month or a year, or you know all these things involve some kind of psychological issues. So friends, our endeavor in this college, in this through this FDP, is that we should be able to sensitize each and every one, so that we can do something for the humanity, something for the community, something for the students, something you can take over and do for your own institutions. So that is what our intent always is. We have been doing various things for teaching community, we have been doing various things for student community in the last 1 year. As you know, some my colleagues must have told you that we have trained 100,000 teachers through various programs, and that is the mission we took, and we are able to achieve that mission. And not only one part of the country, whole country has been taken over. Another important thing is the outcome based learning. See, these programs, these are not like you attend the class, take the certificate, go away. No, there is a specific assessment. So you take away, and then we also assess you how you have delivered this to your own institutions. That also we get the survey from your institutions and from you, that how you have used this knowledge in your own institution and with your students in the classroom. And how we have also seen that how after attending these programs, the teachers have become good researchers and they have published in good journals. I'm talking about Scopus and Web of Science journal. I'm not talking about anything crap. So what I'm saying is that these kind of programs during this COVID are extremely useful. And we are doing different kind of program. This is one on subject based psychology also we did earlier on another topic. Similarly, we do it on online teaching, then on MOOCs, then various kind of programs. Then our faculty induction program is really outstanding, because we have seen that young teachers, old teachers, professors, they are interested in that faculty induction program. So friends, what I'm trying to say here is that I'm glad that you joined this program and you have got something out of this. The team has done its best. Now, always there are, points of concern, you might have some, but we will try them to address in future, and a whole responsibility is with the institution. We always take feedback for each session, for each thing, for each communication, for our learning management system, for our email system, everything we do take. So that is why we have developed a kind of professionalism to deal with you, because it is not possible to deal each one of you over the phones. Do you think it is possible? No. That's why I suggest every one that you write to us, or you follow the instructions, discuss with your colleagues, and sometimes discuss with your children. They will tell you how to use the IT facilities, because sometimes we may not be conversant with that. So friends, once again, all of you are psychology teachers. I have 2-3 suggestions to make. One, you make these programs interdisciplinary as far as possible. Involve with other departments to do research, to do teaching, discuss with them, and come out with the innovative programs. That is my feeling, because remaining in exclusivity will not help this country. You must interwoven yourself with other subjects, other departments, because psychology involves a lot of mathematics. Why not involve with mathematics? Why not involve with computer science? Why not with statistics? Because you do a lot of statistical things. Then another thing is, you can involve with humanities, with science. So psychology has the power to interact with everyone and to do something meaningful for the society. So that is what my feeling today is. I have nothing much to say, because I am not an expert in psychology. I can only say that as young minds, you must do something different. Another important thing is, which I always say, whenever you go to your class as a guru, you must ignite the mind of students. That is the key. As a teacher, you must ignite the minds. Very, very powerful words, but see, this is the challenge we have to. Otherwise, we will be doing the routine job. That is not what it is required today, because the young minds have become very, very fertile, and they know much more than us. So how can we put a challenge and ignite their minds? That is the challenge I'm giving to all of you. I'm sure you will take it and do it in your own institutions. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your key insights and your suggestions for all of us to work upon. And yes, there is always a lot of scope for improvement, and we are really fortunate to have this feedback from you, and we will definitely work towards the betterment, sir. Thank you so much. I feel honored to share here that the convener of the program, Dr. Dharmendra Nath Tiwari, has been a strong and a supportive pillar in the proper execution of all the activities of the course. His confidence and an unconditional support for all his colleagues have been the strength of the team efforts being put in the course. As we formally part today, I request Dr. Dharmendra Nath Tiwari to kindly deliver vote of thanks and provide conclusive directions to the journey ahead. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Divya. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to propose a vote of thanks for this valedictory session of 2-week refresher course in psychology. First and foremost, I would like to thank Almighty God who helped us during this difficult time. As you know, it was not easy for us to participate and conclude this program in this difficult time, because most of us were coping up COVID-19 directly or indirectly. Uh, 3 invited resource persons tested COVID positive and showed their inability to deliver lectures. However, we managed. Uh, what I wanted to say that it was more challenging than normal time. However, by God's grace and wonderful organizing team, finally we could make it possible. On the behalf of organizing team, my heartfelt thanks to the chief guest, Professor S.P. Agrawal, Honorable Principal and Director of Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujam College, who gave his precious time from his busy schedule to grace today's occasion. We are extremely honored to have you, sir. We are grateful to you for your unconditional support and guidance in organizing this refresher program. As Divya said that I gave an unconditional support to my team, so you were the source from where I found this unconditional support. I just transferred it to our team members. So thank you so much uh, for your unconditional support. I would also like to place my hearty thanks to my colleagues, Dr. Shalini Sharma, Dr. Ashwini, Divya, Roj, Nirupma, Surbi, Omisha, Manish, and technical and friends from technical team, Dr. Nikhil Rajput, Bipin Rathi, Ravind West, and Anil Kumar, from because of whom we could make this meeting possible finally. So last but not the least, on behalf of the organizing team and on my personal behalf, I would like to extend my earnest gratitude to the participants who made the 2-week program a grand success by participating wholeheartedly and cooperating with us. I hope and feel that this 2-week online refresher course was very enriching, productive, and prolific exercise in our professional life. I assume that participants will definitely use the learning from refresher course in their future psychological research and development endeavors. So, with these words, I am very grateful to you, to you that you believed on our institutions and provided an opportunity to learn collectively. So, thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Have a great life ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiwari ji. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Last but not the least, may I have the permission to make an important announcement to all the participants, please? There is an important announcement, participants, that we are going to take maximum 10 days to get ready with your certificates. And once we all are ready with your certificates, we will definitely intimate you through the Telegram platform. Till then, you may all take very good care of yourself. Stay happy, stay safe.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you from my core of heart. Thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you for organizing such a wonderful program. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir.